Hey guys, I'm Sebastian, host of Ninth Island Connection, your weekly resource for all things Vegas. Check out the description below so that you can see how you can watch our television show wherever you are. Also, hit us up on social media. We're on Instagram, TikTok, we're Snapchatting, we're threading, we're everywhere. We're Ninth Island Connection. Also, we go live every single Wednesday between 12 noon and 1 p.m. Vegas time to bring you an update on what's going on in Vegas that weekend. So we go live on Wednesday, we let you know what's up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday if it's a long weekend. We're talking construction, traffic, airport wait times, new restaurant openings, clubs, everything going on in Vegas while you're here so you can have the best possible experience. In this video, we're bringing you a winter update. Can you believe it? We're talking 2024 already. We're going to share with you everything going on in Vegas in January 2024.
So it seems like the aftermath of Formula One has left quite a mess on the strip. But on the positive side is that we have witnessed crews taking down these structures, so everything should be back to normal by January. The Venetian is already back to normal. Bellagio fountains are almost visible, and they do have new trees that have been added to replace the ones they chopped down. Again, the timeline was 5 to 8 weeks, but it's looking like it's going to be January. Of course, there always seems to be construction on the strip. Another project that's been going on for quite some time is Blake Shelton's Ole Red. This is going to be a 4-story version of his spot in Nashville. It's going to be a restaurant. They're going to have live music right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. They're actually expected to open in January. Now, from what we've seen here in late December, they have a lot of work to do. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be the end of January, but it doesn't look like it's likely. We'll be keeping you updated on this project during our weekly lives. And one notable project is Boulevard. This is where the former Hawaiian marketplace was. Boulevard is going to be a mix of retail and dining and is expected to open in the fall of 2020. Historically, January is a slower month here in Vegas for tourism. However, it is a very popular month for conventions. And when I say popular, I mean there are about 60 to 70 different conventions and trade shows happening here in Vegas in the month of January. We're talking food, we're talking concrete, cosplay, adult entertainment, you name it, there's a conference for it in the month of January here in Vegas. Now, majority of these events do take place at the Las Vegas Convention Center and World Marketplace. Several casino properties have conventions there. So like Resorts World Las Vegas, Caesars Palace, of course, the Venetian, Mandalay Bay, they all host conventions. So heads up that those properties holding these events are going to be busier than the properties that are not hosting events. So with this increase in traffic, what does that mean for you? That means transportation like taxis, rideshare, the monorail. They're going to be extra busy during this time as folks are moving around between these different events. If you're coming to Vegas for a convention, welcome. We hope you have an awesome time. Thank you for picking Vegas for your event. If you're not coming for a convention, recommend definitely doing some research on the property that you're planning at staying at to see if they're having conventions during your stay. Because like I said, it is going to be busier, and some of the restaurants actually get closed out for private events from large groups at these conventions. So that's a heads up for you there. Let's talk weather. January is cold. Now, I'm going to say it's cold for me because I live here, but you know what? If you're visiting from Saskatchewan or somewhere like that, it's probably going to be a heat wave. You can expect the weather in January to be in the 50s during the day, with lows in the evenings around the 40s. However, depending on where you are in the valley, you can see below freezing temperatures. So your best bet is to pack layers that allow you to bundle up, but remove layers inside of the casinos because guess what? They crank up the heat. Let's get into the entertainment in the month of January. And I'll tell you what, despite the cool temperatures outside, entertainment is hot. Now, All of the regular shows are definitely happening throughout the weeks in the month of January, like your Cirque shows, your Tape Face. All those guys are still performing their regular times. What we're going to share with you here are some of the larger, non-typical Vegas events happening in the month of January. One of the big family-friendly events that's happening here in January is going to be Disney on Ice, Frozen and Encanto. That's going to be over at the Thomas and Mack Center, January 4th through 7th. Again, very family-friendly. Let's get into the music. Luke Bryan is going to be over at Resorts World Las Vegas, January 3rd through 6th. Christina Aguilera is coming to Vegas at the Venetian, the 5th and 6th. Ludacris is going to be over at Zouk on January 6th. Chicago over at the Smith Center. That's kind of just outside of the downtown area. Really nice venue. That's going to be January 10th and 11th. Santana doing his thing at House of Blues. That's going to be on the 12th, the 24th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and closing out the month on January 31st. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons are going to be over at the Westgate, January 12th through 14th. Drew Hill and Genuine are going to be over at Virgin Hotels on the 14th. That's what used to be the Hard Rock, if you're wondering where that's at. Madonna is going to be at the MGM Grand Garden Arena on the 18th. Tony Orlando is going to be over at South Point the 19th through the 21st. Adele back in Vegas at Caesars, January 19th through 27th. Kylie Minogue still here in town doing her thing at the Voltaire at Venetian, January 19, 20, and 27. Collective Soul is going to be over at the Palms, which is a beautiful property, over there on January 20th. The Righteous Brothers are going to be at South Point, January 23rd and 24th. Dia Nacional de la Banda, if I butchered that, please let me know. My apologies, no offenses intended. That's going to be over at T-Mobile Arena on January 26th. Aaron Lewis is going to be over at the Palms on January 27th. U2 still at the Sphere, January 26th, 27th, and 31. You're going to want to allow pretty much half of your day for that event over there at the Sphere. It's a mess getting to there and trying to leave after the event. Styx is going to be at the Venetian on January 26th through the 31st. Let's talk comedy. You've got Impractical Jokers that are doing their live version of their show. That's going to be at Resorts World Las Vegas, January 13. Marlon Wayans at Virgin Hotels. Again, that used to be Hard Rock. That's January 13. Mike Epps is going to be at the Venetian on the 13th and 14th. Sebastian Maniscalco is going to be over at the CWIN on the 13th and 14th. Atsuko Okasuka is going to be over at the Mirage on January 20th. Chris Tucker at the Encore in the CWIN over there on 19 and 20. Randy Rainbow over at the Mirage on January 26th. I don't know who Randy Rainbow is, but that's a very interesting name. I'm going to have to look him up. Let's talk sports. You've got Golden Boy Boxing Series, Ortiz Jr. versus Lawson. That's going to be over at Virgin Hotels on January 6th. VGK at T-Mobile. Let's get into it. They've got the Panthers on the 4th, the Islanders on the 6th, the Bruins on the 11th, the Flames on the 13th, the Predators on the 15th, the Rangers on the 18th, and the Penguins on the 20th. Lots of opportunities to catch a hockey game. The Raiders are going to be at home at Allegiant Stadium versus Denver on January 7th. Then you've got the NBA G League here in town, and they're going to be here for a while over at the Dollar Loan Center. That's out in Henderson. That's going to be January 5th, 7th, 9th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 29th, and 31st. TNA Wrestling, they're hard to kill, is going to be over at the Palms on the 13th. American Rodeo Contender Tournament is going to be over at the appropriate South Point on January 13th. The Desert Dogs, which is a Vegas lacrosse team, is going to be at Michelob Ultra Arena on the 27th. I know I'm like a broken record when I say this because I say it every time, but I cannot stress it enough. Change is the number one thing that you can count on here in Vegas. By the time you're watching this, something may be canceled, something else may be added. So be sure to stay on top of any event that you plan on attending. Also, look at those events for their policies on what can be brought into the venue. The venue does not make the policy on what can go in and not go in. It's up to the event itself and that management team. For the most up-to-date news on Vegas events, be sure to check out our weekly live here every single Wednesday. We go live between 12 noon and 1 p.m. Vegas time, where we bring you an update on what to expect that upcoming weekend. So we go live on Wednesday. We give you a heads up on what to expect Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday if it's a long weekend. And we're talking news, weather, construction, events. Something's been canceled, something's been added, really everything going on that weekend here in Vegas. That's a wrap on this one, guys. As always, we want to hear from you. Are you coming to Vegas in January? Are you attending one of these events? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, please subscribe to our channel if you're not already. All we do is bring you videos about Vegas, room tours, restaurants, property reviews, anything going on in Vegas. This is the spot. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. We appreciate you guys, your support of this channel, our television show. We're Ninth Island Connection.
Hours a day, 7 days a week, in a city that never sleeps, Ninth Island Connection will take you there. You won't want to miss a beat as we give you a sneak peek inside the biggest, best, and most outrageous hotspots, both on and off the strip. Be sure to tune in to Ninth Island Connection with Sebastian Rodriguez every week. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on Ninth Island Connection.